First of all, man, how's everything been going?
Man, everything's great. No complaints. I love this little time of quarantine when I get to stay so busy but still be safe, you know?
Have you learned anything new about yourself during this time?
I think right before this all started, I was in the studio from the day after Christmas until pretty much until quarantine started for 20-hour days working with Kells on his album, and it was like one of the best experiences ever. But I also learned like, wow, 20-hour days is a lot for like 3 months or whatever, 2 months in a row. I think it was, yeah, about 2 months in a row. And I didn't even notice because we were having so much fun and we were doing so much. But I was like, whoa, I've never been at my house this much. This is kind of awesome.
The album's called Tickets to My Downfall. What can fans expect, from this album if the first single is any indication?
Man, I don't want to say too much, but yeah, it's Kells. Like everywhere I took him and everywhere he wanted to go, he just killed it. Like he gladly rose to the occasion and just impressed me. Like he's so talented, man. The features on the album are really smart without it being too throwback, but really involving like artists that we love right now and bringing them into that genre of music.
You just played drums with Post Malone doing all the Nirvana songs. What was that experience like?
I don't know how it happened, but I think he had like DM'd me, and then Brian Lee was like, "Yo, I want to send you this Post song. We really want you to play drums on it." I recorded like some drums to it, and then he was like, "It would be really cool. Like Post is talking about doing this Nirvana thing. You should come do it with us." I was like, "Okay, yeah, that'd be fun." But I really think he's just bullshitting because it's quarantine. Like we can't even leave our homes, and like I'm eating ramen at home every day. You know, like no, I'm not doing anything. I'm not going anywhere. And then one day I get like put on a group text and Brian Lee hits me. He's like, "Dude, why aren't you responding? Like that's Post. He's like trying to like have fun and like text you." And I'm like, "Cause like I really don't think it's happening, Brian. Like you got to be kidding me. Like how am I gonna get up to Salt Lake? How are we gonna do this?" Like I don't know. I just thought it was fairy tale. I was like, man, I'd love to play with Post. He's like one of my favorite artists. I love Brian, but I just didn't know if I was actually gonna go. And then yeah, it dawned on me it was completely serious, 110% serious, 110% real. And then Post was like, I think the next thing like he sent me was him wearing a dress, and he said, "This is my outfit for the performance. Here's what you're wearing," and it was a pair of Hooter shorts. And then came like a 20-song set list. And about that time, I was probably like 3 days away from the event. And then I really focused in on it and said, I'm going to commit 100%. Found my bus driver to take me out there and just spent the next like few days. I think like I spent 2 days straight just playing him at my house. And then we had two practices when we got there.
You and Demi Lovato just released the emo version of I Love Me. How did that whole remix come about?
Somebody had hit me and said, "Hey, I think Demi's trying to do a pop punk version of this song." And I hadn't heard the song really before, and then it came my way again. I think my manager LV had sent it to me, and I pressed play, and I was sweetly surprised. I thought it was really cool what she had done. I wasn't really familiar with the original. Honestly, I don't think I've still heard the original. I just heard this version, but I knew she was a big fan of the genre of music. I've seen her at emo night. I've been friends with her a long time, and we've hung out and stuff. And yeah, it was just like one of the days I was in the studio and had a list of things I was playing on, and I played on it, and I had so much fun to where, like, when someone puts something on, whether you're singing on something or whatever, me playing drums on it, and they start playing it, and you get to start messing around with parts and you start becoming a part of the song, a piece of the song. It gets really exciting, and yeah, I had a lot of fun playing on that. She's really talented.
You and Demi got to make the pop punk album next, dude.
We actually have talked about it. That would be so fun to bring her there.
Who do you think we should be looking out for? Like, who's on the come up? I know that you work with Josiah. I came to the Roxy show before all of this started, and you were out on stage with him in NASCAR Allo. That's someone that you've really been championing for a while.
Yeah, I mean, so as much as I do stuff with whatever MGK or Post or Demi. I also like the younger, like, you know, newer artists as well. You know what I mean? I kind of like everything. I would I would be really, really bummed out if I didn't get to work with everybody and work from smaller artists to bigger artists. And NASCAR, a kid I just signed to my label. He's like the first person I've signed to my label, named Jaden, whose first single comes out in like the next 10 days. And he's about to stir shit up. It's going to be exciting.